Cops have heard every excuse in the book.
I gotta take a man bad.
But when this guy can't talk his way out of trouble, he takes off, leading police on a wild chase. So wild, the suspect even rides the hood of his own car.
He was not going to stop. If he was willing to do that, he was willing to do whatever it took to get away.
February 22nd, 2010, Fort Worth, Texas. Officer Kevin Bach is on patrol when he spots a Hyundai Elantra with expired tags. With dash cam rolling, he initiates a traffic stop.
When I let him up, he did pull over on the entrance ramp into I-30 from Altamira, but he pulled over right away for me.
Officer Bach approaches the car.
Hello, got your license, your insurance real quick?
Yes. He runs the man's license and is troubled by what he finds.
It popped up that he had a parole violation. As soon as the warrant pops up, the game changes, with especially dealing with a parole violator. Because he'd been out of prison 2 weeks and already violated his parole, so it definitely escalates the intensity level of the stop. I immediately asked the dispatcher to send me an assist officer.
When backup arrives, Officer Bach returns to the car.
If you got a parole violation out. I got a parole violation out, I just got out.
He appeared to be shocked and denied it.
Officer Bach doesn't believe him, and he can hardly believe what the man says next.
Can I run down the street and take your
No, I can't let you go, man. That's the first time in 20 years someone's asked me that request.
Nope.
And he wanted us to follow him up to the nearest bathroom for him to take care of his business, I guess you could say.
Step out for me. The sooner you get out, the sooner we get down there.
The suspect continues to plead, and then Officer Bach notices something.
You see him trying to reach towards the gear shift, and just it would happen so fast, I didn't even have time to tell him not to do it. He was sitting there begging about going to the bathroom. Next thing we knew, he was taking off.
The Hyundai zooms ahead and pulls into traffic. Officer Bach gives chase.
I think he was, at that point, willing to do anything to get away because he knew he was probably going back to prison, which makes it even worse because he has nothing to lose.
A police helicopter is deployed, and a camera captures the scene from the air.
The best one about having a helicopter above is he can help clear the intersections. The helicopter can tell us traffic left or right if we're clear, which allows us to make it a lot easier.
Okay, guys, you're going to have cross traffic to your left and right when we get to 377, both directions.
The helicopter helps Officer Bach navigate the intersections, but anticipating the traffic on the ground presents him with another set of challenges.
People do different things. Some stop, some go right, some go left, and some stay in the same lanes. So that's one of the worst things, is trying to judge what's that car going to do when we get to it. You never know.
The pursuit covers more than 20 miles.
Man, the really good thing I got gas this morning.
And the suspect is becoming even more brazen in his attempt to get away.
We just hope the longer it goes, he'll pull over and stop. Give it up. We're not going to quit the chase.
Police departments have different policies regarding high-speed chases. Officers in Fort Worth can continue pursuit if they think it's safe. The suspect exits the highway. Officers are still in close pursuit.
Okay, he's made a U-turn here. We're back now northbound on 377. Okay, we're going to make another U-turn. Go back southbound on 377.
And soon the chase heads into a hotel parking lot.
Well, we're making our way to the parking lot here at the Hilton.
As the suspect drives on the sidewalk, a pursuing unit is forced to drive backwards at one point to keep him in his sights.
Okay, we're working our way back to business 377, back toward downtown.
Up the road, the suspect encounters more heavy traffic. With little room to maneuver, the Hyundai plows into the back of a stopped car. Units converge on the smoking vehicle.
Okay, they got him stopped. We're at the courthouse downtown.
The suspect is able to slip away, but it's becoming apparent the car is losing some of its horsepower.
That car, he did cause his vehicle some damage. Even though it was still running good, I think it caused enough that short time later, his car finally died.
The Hyundai coasts along, the driver still refusing to stop.
We knew the pursuit actual part was pretty much over with because the car wasn't even running. But at that point, you go into another gear, you see he's trying to get ready to jump out and run on foot.
But then the pursuit takes a startling turn.
He's out of the car, riding the hood of the car.
He actually climbed up on the hood of his car and was riding on the hood of his car for a short distance before jumping off.
Watch from another officer's dash cam as the suspect climbs out of the driver's seat and prepares to jump while the car is still moving.
He actually tripped himself on his car and then tumbled to the ground. And then before getting up and running down the embankment.
He's on foot. We're running northbound.
The chase continues on foot until the suspect trips and falls. Law enforcement officers, led by Officer Bach and a canine unit, catch up with him at the bottom of the hill.
And this is over. They've made an arrest.
The suspect is led away in handcuffs. When Officer Bach sees the dashcam video, he's amazed that the suspect, despite his hood-riding adventure, didn't hurt himself or anyone else.
It's almost like it wasn't real. It's comical in a way to see the guy up on the hood of his own car.
He's out of the car, riding the hood of the car.
If it wasn't for the whole pursuit, you probably would have to laugh at the situation.